Welcome to another Inside Buildertrend episode. I'm Zach Witovich.
And I'm Charlie Burtwhistle.
This is the building code. I should have started with that.
This is the building code. And I like how you let me do the intro one time a couple weeks ago with Russ. And apparently you didn't like the way it went and you're just taking it from here on out.
That's not true at all.
I thought I did a great job. I gave you a good shout out on your promotion.
All right, well, in the next one, Charlie will do the intro.
I think people probably really liked it.
This I'm noticing a theme of just like, Zach, could you talk less? Like,
well, yeah, I'm trying to be subtle about it. But, people have been liking, reviewing, and subscribing to the channel, and a lot of the reviews we're getting are, what is that?
More Charlie.
Which is not at all true. Okay, we have Taylor Henne in the studio today, kind of a legend around Buildertrend. She has helped form some pretty substantial and impactful services at Buildertrend, including online payments, Buildertrend University, on-site consulting, B2 on the road, a lot of different things that she is here to talk about today. So super excited to have her. Taylor, how's it going?
Charlie, thank you. That was quite the intro. Thank you for having me on the show
today,
guys.
Those are what intros are like when I talk.
Wow, it's a little different than Zach's intro.
Exactly.
I may not say anything the rest of the episode. You two have a great conversation. I'll just let it roll.
No.
I'm just kidding. You know I can't help myself anyway.
Exactly. Go ahead and kick us off. I'll let you ask the first question.
Well, Taylor, your accolades speak for themselves. You are well known across the entire building. We want to talk about how we make learning fun here at Buildertrend, and we've got some exciting things in the works that we're going to let you talk about. Before we do that, tell us a little bit about those experiences that you've had. You know, what have you been doing in the last 6 months, a year, and how do you help our customers here at Buildertrend?
Well, I mean, I feel really blessed. I've been with Buildertrend for over 6 years, so I got to see us grow so many different initiatives. And gosh, I mean, I used to be employee 90, and now we have hundreds of employees. So going from knowing everybody in the office to just being a part of just giant things as Buildertrend has grown has been my favorite part. All of it's been my favorite part. But in the last 6 months, we've had some exciting things about trying to get our customers educated, you know, not just by doing trainings, but also offering things externally that they can attend or subscribe to, like our podcast, our
you can
webinars.
Do that.
Although, yes, you can subscribe to the podcast as well. But no, I think that one of my favorite things about the job is that I actually get to be really hands-on with our customers. A big role of mine is hosting Buildertrend University, where our customers get to come to our office and actually hear from the best at Buildertrend, go through almost 9 different classes. It's really hands-on. It can really level up their account. But actually getting to know the customers and seeing them network with each other is definitely one of my favorite parts about it. Just getting to know our customers, not just talking about Buildertrend, but just, you know, that they're real business owners and they're not just listening to us on the other end of the phone trying to, you know, learn how to click a button. It's really nice to see them talk about how their business ran and how to get Buildertrend into it. It's been really insightful. Really helps me actually build a strategy around the content that we actually give them.
So that's what I was curious about. Obviously, BTU is incredibly successful. A ton of people come to it. If you're listening and you haven't came to it, definitely, there's ones all the time. You can definitely sign up for the next one. How do you guys choose, what sort of content you're going to present, what those classes actually entail to kind of tailor that so that the people that are coming, kind of get the best experience possible?
Yeah, I mean, without going too much in depth, there is a lot of strategy to it. Buildertrend University is targeted for people who are already using it and are logging in every single day. It does make an impact in their business already, but it's where we need them to see so much more potential that it has, because Buildertrend is so robust. When you first sign up for Buildertrend, it's hard to show the true value of what it is. So Buildertrend University is really people who feel like they're using it pretty well actually come and they're like, oh my gosh, wow, there's just so much more to this. I had no idea. And really building a business model and your standard operating procedures is kind of more of the feel for Buildertrend University. It's not just like, hey, you're using this feature. It's like, how can you use this feature in your business really well? And really developing your operations and processes around it is really kind of more of the content and the strategy with Buildertrend University.
We have a ton of other offerings too, of course, that I think it'd be worth touching on that are, have to come to Omaha to to get access, right? So
Okay.
some of the other things that you also supervise, Buildertrend Online Conference. You want to talk a little bit about that side of things?
Yes, I love Buildertrend Online Conference. So Buildertrend Online Conference, it's 4 different sessions that they're live sessions where we do like live Q&A during the middle, but it takes a huge deep dive into Buildertrend. Gosh, I don't know. We get tons of raving reviews about BOC because I think it's I don't know, one of the beautiful things is you can actually rewatch it. Whereas you're coming to Buildertrend University, it's in person, you're listening to teachers. But BOC, we get a lot of rewatches because there's so much content in it. It actually allows you to like absorb it in pieces as well. But yeah, I mean, BOC is a way to really get your employees on board. Hey, go watch the BOC conference. It's also segmented by, project management or financials, so you can listen to the one that pertains to your role.
Yeah, I think that's a huge opportunity for us to kind of talk a little bit about, how is that different than a one-on-one training? What's our goals when it comes to BOC and what we're trying to accomplish from an engagement standpoint with our customers?
So I would say that BOC delivers some really high level education, and it's okay if it stirs questions for them. Not like the education that we give to a large crowd is going to pertain and raise questions for different types of businesses. So with it raising your questions, we always stress in BOC is that we do have unlimited training. So when you need to think about a little bit more of operation, or if you feel like you're a niche business and you saw the potential in what we were teaching, but you weren't quite sure how to apply it, that's where you use our unlimited coaching and training to like figure out how the education that we taught you actually pertains to your business specifically.
So when you're going through, you mentioned, BTU and BOC, these are some areas where people can get a little bit deeper into the program. Obviously, you're able to see kind of the full spectrum of the onboarding. What features or like areas do you typically, suggest customers start with? And then what are some of the more advanced features that something like a webinar or an online conference could help them get a little bit more in the weeds?
Yeah, this has been a really interesting topic lately, especially for like our strategy. And as we've grown and as we're getting so big, it's kind of ever changing. But one of the best things you can do when you first start with Buildertrend is to add a job. Like get into the program, get your hands on it, and identify the person, like who is the person that is going to be the BT champion? Like who's going to actually get their hands on it, get their feet wet with it, learn a little bit about it, instead of like just trying to full blown roll it out, get all of your employees in and, shoot in the dark. Like get your hands on it, get a job going, get your contacts added. Really, you'll kind of have to decide, as a business, where am I missing? And what should I start with first? What does Buildertrend offer? And that might be, gosh, I'm counting paper timesheets,
right.
which is a big thing. So maybe it's like, adding a job and getting like the time clock going, or maybe it's the schedule. Maybe you're really unorganized with like keeping your jobs on track, and it's the schedule. So it just kind of depends on what is your desired outcome with Buildertrend. Analyzing where am I missing, what's most important, and who is that person that's going to to implement it?
I'm glad you brought up desired outcomes. This is a term we call it, but really they're goals. Regardless of Buildertrend, you should want to be a better manager of your projects. You should want to have more efficient job sites so you're adding more projects. Hopefully, though, Buildertrend is a tool that facilitates those goals. And I think that's a great point. Like BOC is a place where you can be like, I don't really know what I could be doing better. You go watch this free webinar. It takes an hour and you're like, come out of it. And now you have an identifiable, I do want to fix the paper time clock problem. Now you have a true goal that has an impact to say, I'm now managing my workforce more efficiently so that I can actually stay on top of the other things that go into creating a project. So all this free content, it's exactly that. BTU is not free, but we have tons of people who have come and I think that's the biggest value is they're just I can now see the full picture and identify what I want to prioritize. BOC is kind of like your first sip to get some of that access.
Absolutely.
But you also do webinars as well that are a little more bite-sized, shorter, kind of topical. What are some of the things that you cover in your webinars just to give our listeners kind of a different experience that could be quickly engaging for them?
Yeah, BOC big chunks of information. Buildertrend University is not only educational, but networking and trying to see how other businesses do it, more operations. Webinars are more meant for, I would say, more of our new users. Like, here's how you click this button and get this outcome. And it is kind of, if like maybe you're trying to get your employees on board that are a little bit newer to Buildertrend, I feel like the webinars are a little bit more obtainable for our newer customers. But we like to switch it up too. Sometimes we get super detailed. Like I did one for surveys, and a very underutilized feature in Buildertrend, but it is a really, really cool feature. But it goes like super in depth, but I guess, I don't know, our webinars are kind of evolving as we've grown in all the education and external education. We have so many customers now, it's hard to, expect that we're each going to do a training. And we know our customers are super busy too. So being able to get education at any time is really the point of the webinar. So they're still evolving. So if we ever get a survey from us, please let us know what you would like the next webinar to be.
And that's a really cool kind of jumping off point that I wanted to get into. When I first started about 4 years ago, you guys, I think, were both CSMs at the time, and our entire training strategy was just call, meeting, training, call, meeting, training, call, meeting, training. Now you guys have all these, very, I think the title of the episode is Making Learning Fun.
Right.
Fun options, online options, conference options. Has that kind of been a conscious decision on you guys to find alternative education methods, or are these kind of just, ideas arising out of the blue?
Yeah, I mean, you guys, I don't know how much strategy I can actually talk on the podcast, but I mean, I think that
cards on the table, baby.
We love talking strat. Yeah, we talk strat for sure.
Okay, well, I mean, I think that it's unrealistic to think that we can onboard our other customers by having them schedule a time to call us and feel like they're going to obtain everything just over a phone call.
Absolutely.
So a big point and focus in the strategy of what I'm doing is being able to provide our customers a way to learn without actually having to schedule a training. Not taking away from the unlimited training. That's absolutely amazing in coaching, but my goal is to give them the content when they can obtain it in the chunks that they can. And then once they get to like a point where they're stuck and they need like a little bit more consultation, that's where I think that we should be using the trainings. Like I think the trainings should be more like, not how to click the button, but like, how do I actually get this into my business? And it might not be like, they might know exactly how to do what it is that we just taught them, but they just can't absorb, like, how do I get my employees to do this? How do other builders do this? And so I feel like that we have such a great and well-trained coaching that they're a little bit more consultations than it should be just education.
Yeah, and I mean, personally, anytime I sign up for a new product or software, the first thing I do is kind of watch their tutorials and help center videos and things like that. Rarely do I reach out for a one-on-one until I'm ready for more specific kind of in the weeds questions. So I think not only is it helping our team kind of alleviate some of the stuff that we're having to work on and scale better, but I think it's also what our customers want.
It is. I mean, if you look at just from, I spend a lot of time just reading surveys about customer expectations and what a modern consumer wants. Like we had Taylor Ross on the podcast talking about support, and like we want to provide that when people need it.
Right.
Education, same thing. Like we want people to consume the content when they need it, when they want it, and we want to give them a personalized experience when they want it. But you should have all three available because modern consumers ultimately, like, they don't want to be on the phone.
Right.
They don't want to be given the idea that the only way I can adopt this is if I get blasted with information. So we try to have different alternatives and options and be proactive about trying to get people about, hey, this is what you need. Be prescriptive based on what their goals are and things like that. So we're always going to continue to get better at how we deliver that content to our customers. But yeah, Taylor is in the weeds as far as like, you got to have content first, right?
Yes.
And so she's just slaving away making it. Now, what I have to ask, and you're involved in the webinars, you're using BOC, you're in BTU. If you had to choose tomorrow to only keep one, what is the nearest and dearest to your heart? Which one would you say that is your favorite?
Oh, man, I think everybody in this room knows what I'm going to say because they see me on that day, and that's the day that we have a Buildertrend University.
Buildertrend University, and it is a great experience. And if you ever come, you'll get to meet Taylor and Danielle, who puts it on the events team, and it is a 5-star experience. I mean, rave reviews across the board. It's a lot of fun for us too. And just to tee it up, we've got some exciting information
I do.
about a new service that we're rolling out.
Drum roll, please.
It is.
So I love Buildertrend University at home so much that I created another version of that, which is called Buildertrend on the road, where we can take Buildertrend to
Can we
you
get some
guys
sound effects?
in
Like, yeah.
yeah. So we are going to head to Atlanta in May, and then we're headed to Denver and Dallas after that.
Amazing.
So explain to us a little bit about the differences between Buildertrend University and Buildertrend on the road. What makes Buildertrend on the road special?
Okay, so there is quite a bit of difference. Buildertrend University at home is, 10 classes. It is very hands-on, a really, really deep dive into the program. You get to see the whole compass of Buildertrend. Buildertrend University on the road is, it's a conference, so you're going to hear from industry experts, people who don't even actually use Buildertrend. It's like, where is the industry going? You will actually get 3 educational classes that are going to be a really deep dive into the program with like live Q&A, but throughout the day, you're going to be able to, go to the expo and network with your builders. We're going to have like the Buildertrend roadmap out there. All of our pro services. You can talk to experts as well, so get those questions answered that you need. So it's a spin on Buildertrend University at home, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a great success and a great way for our builders to, in one day, be able to, be remotivated with Buildertrend.
And both of you guys, Taylor and Zach, will be there.
Yeah.
So as is the norm with this show, I will not be at this really cool event, but these two will be, so check it out. And if you're looking to register or looking for more information, we will have a link in the show notes. So definitely check that out because it will be coming up by the time this releases. It will be coming up pretty quick.
It will. Yeah.
The first one is May 3rd, I believe, in Atlanta.
Maybe Charlie, we could do the podcast maybe in Denver.
Maybe.
And then when we go, then you get to go.
Don't get this guy's hopes up.
Maybe there's something in the works.
We don't want
We'll
to.
see.
We don't want to like lead him on. It's better just rip the Band-Aid off.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Maybe I'll just leave it as a surprise.
Okay.
Well, that'd be great. Just like, surprise, Charlie's here.
Yeah.
Wow. You'd surprise me?
No, like the audience. Like
Oh,
for our
gotcha. I thought you were
clamoring
talking
fans.
about just like kidnapping me and taking me like, surprise, Charlie,
You're my check-in bag.
Well, this sounds, regardless of whether I'm there or not, it sounds super exciting. Taylor Henne working her magic again to produce yet another exceptional and exciting new service for Buildertrend. Buildertrend on the road.
On the road. Really excited. Check it out. You can register down below in the show notes, as Charlie mentioned. Of course, there'll be more information on our future events. We're about out of time, Taylor, here on the Building Code. Thank you for joining us. It was so much fun. Hopefully our customers learned a little bit about the things that maybe they're unaware, more than training that's out there.
Yes.
And maybe come into a city near you.
Yes, I would love to see all of you guys there. And hopefully, and let us know. Maybe we can come to your city. So tell us where we should go next.
Oh, I love that.
I love it. Well, thanks a lot, Taylor. That'll do it for another episode of The Building Code. Make sure to like, review, subscribe. I'm Charlie Burtwhistle.
I'm Zach Witovich.
We'll see you next time.